Hey guys, welcome to Milgat Farms. Today we're in the barn and we're doing some work to our tanks and where the lines come in. We're going to start off by showing you what they look like now, and then we're going to work on reconfiguring things today. So if you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up. And we really do appreciate comments that are always very helpful. If you can think of things that we can do better, let us know. We are Virginia's only organic maple syrup farm. We're located in the western part of Virginia, and if you ever want to visit, go to milgatfarms.com and check it out. All right, come on, let's see what we're going to get done today. Real quick, we're on top of our big tanks. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. And so we're just kind of got an overview of the barn from above. That right there in front of us is our evaporator, and there's another project that we're working on, getting that hood, what you see where those two first stacks are over there, 1 and 2, to raise up. So we're working on that as well. We're waiting for some parts to come in. And so while we do that, we're gonna work on our tank configuration. Okay, I'm standing, if you guys can see, I'm standing about 10 feet off the ground above my tank, and the tank is used for the water that comes into the farm. What you guys are looking at is a CDL extractor. It's used for keeping vacuum on the maple syrup lines so that when the water fills up in it and the float lets it dump the water into our big tank, the vacuum doesn't stop on the lines and we continue the same amount of vacuum. So this configuration that we have now is not great. So when I say not great, that means we're just not able to filter it prior to the water going into our big tank. So guys, when I talk about it not being good or as best it could be, what I'm referring to is a matter of efficiencies. When the water comes in, there could be something in it. It could be some shards of wood from the tap holes that we drilled, to just about anything, little small stuff, nothing big, but still it can come in. And so sometimes when that comes in, it gets into our big tank, and that requires more filtration prior to doing any of the process that we do to the water before we send it over to the evaporator. And in this current configuration, we weren't able to filter it. So we went through a lot of filters last year, and we decided this year that we wanted to figure out a better way to make that water, well, not a better way for it to come in, but a better way to filter it or pre-filter it before it ever makes it to the big tank. And in year 1, when we did this, we used sock filters. And we're called sock filters, not really socks, but it's a filter that sits on a bag, and the water comes in and goes into the bag, and then we capture stuff in that bag, and it prevents it from going into the big tank, which is really, really helpful. So what we're doing today is we're going to remove this extractor from where it's currently sitting, and then we're going to put it into a tank right here. You see this tank right here? It's going to sit in this tank, and the tank is going to sit right there. Okay, then we're going to put the extractor sitting inside the tank, and then connect our lines back up, because we have this is year 2, and there's our second set of holes. You don't have to do this every year, but in our case, we're still configuring things. So once we get our last set of holes done, we'll cover up the existing holes, and then that's going to be it. Hopefully this system will run for many, many years. But for the moment, we've got to get it all out of here and then begin the configuration of this guy right here. Here's one of our sensors that we use to measure vacuum. We're going to remove that one. And we're going to try to remove that one. Uh-oh, there we go. Here's kind of a rigged up thing I did last year just to keep the water from splashing. And that was the big problem. Water would come out of this thing like a big fat toilet, like 5 or 6 gallons would come out of the crack, probably a little more than that. And what would happen is it would just splash everywhere. And so we waste water a little bit, not a lot of the wasting, as much as what we do have a problem with is the splashing and the stickiness getting everywhere. So I rigged up a 5-gallon bucket that's going to fall here in a second. And it worked. I mean, it really did. It kept the splashing from happening where I didn't want it to happen per se. When I originally set this up, I screwed it down to the strut that we have down inside of here. So I gotta take off the 4 screws, cut it, take my union off, move it, and then we gotta figure out how we're gonna put possibly a 2x6 across here and some plywood to hold our big tank over here. So the first thing, well, part of the first thing, get these screws out of here and hope they won't drop in the bottom. So guys, we got the screws off the bottom. We need to take our union off here, cut both lines. This thing will go sitting over here, and then we're going to build a tabletop or a top for this guy over here. Let's see if we can get this union off. All right, that doesn't make sense. That just went too easy. Yay! All right, now it's free. Scary as that sounds. We need to pick it up and put it over here without damaging it, obviously. So guys, we got our extractor out of the way. Our pipes are coming in, they're going to be moved. We got to get rid of this strut because we're going to set the tank on something. I don't think it's going to be the strut. We could take a 2x6 and come all the way over to here and attach 2 2x6s inside of here, and then put a little piece of plywood on top, and that'll hold that tank right there long ways, and then we'll begin configuring this thing back up. It's a great day here at Milgat Farms. We really appreciate you guys. Here we go. It's a great day here on Milgat Farms, and we really appreciate you guys watching our videos. We hope that you're enjoying them. If you like what you're seeing, thumbs up, give it to us. We appreciate it. If you can think of some videos that you'd like to see, some content that you think would be good, hey, send us a message. Go to our website, milgatfarms.com. Let us know. That's gonna be it for today, guys. It's time to go spend some time with the family, which is always a good time. So until next time, God bless you guys. I don't want to fall when I get off either. Kind of like the mountain.